Good afternoon. Today we are talking about Becharag villages of Punjab. Let's start with the meaning. In the terminology of Punjab Revenue Department, a Becharag village is a revenue estate that has a distinct boundary, a name, a specific land record, a Hadbus number, but there is no human habitation. While these estates lack a physical abadi day, a residential cluster, they remain vital legal entities. They are maintained in the Lal Kitab village notebook to ensure that the continuous assessment of land revenue and legal maintenance of ownership titles through the Jamabandi and regulation of agricultural tenancy remains. From a governance perspective, a Becharag village is a legal person that can own property and be subject to litigation, even if no soul resides within its borders. Now, talking about the symbolism, the name derives from the Persian roots Bey, meaning without, and Charag, meaning lamp. This poetically signifies a settlement where the hearth has gone cold and no light is lit at dusk. It stands in stark contrast to Chiragi villages, where the presence of lamps indicates an active, living community. What could be the reasons for the existence of Becharag villages? The Becharag status is rarely a permanent natural state. It is usually the result of historical, geographical, or socio-economic shifts. The first one would be historical displacement. The partition of 1947 led many border villages to be completely emptied. Displaced families often preferred the safety of larger interior clusters rather than rebuilding in vulnerable frontier locations. The second would be geographical factors or the riverine action. Punjab is defined by its five rivers, which are prone to diluvian or soil erosion. Frequent flooding often forced entire communities to migrate to higher ground. While farmers continued to till their fields near the river, the original abadi was reclaimed by nature, rendering it Becharag. The third reason is mass migration, the NRI factor. In the modern times, particularly in the Doaba region, the dream of abroad has led to the gradual emptying of entire hamlets. As the youth migrates and the elderly passes away, vibrant streets turn into rows of locked havelis, eventually reaching Becharag status. The fourth would be border security. Villages located between the border fence and the international line face extreme logistical hardships. Restricted movement and security curfews have historically forced families to abandon their ancestral homes. Now let's talk about security concerns, the most important concern being drugs and crime. The absence of human monitoring and decay of infrastructure in Becharag and coast villages have created a significant security vacuum, making these areas prime targets of illegal activities. These Becharag villages have become narco drone dropping zones. As the BSF has tightened ground level security, smugglers have turned to technology. Abandoned fields in Becharag villages serve as ideal silent landing spots for drones carrying chitta, heroin, and arms from across the border. Since there are no residents to report the hum of the drone or suspicious motorbikes, these estates have become critical links in the cross border supply chain. Another issue is about abandoned havelis as safe houses. Large, empty NRI mansions in near Becharag villages have been increasingly utilized as warehouses for narcotics or as hideouts for interstate criminal gangs. Law enforcement reports indicate that these ghost houses provide the perfect cover for packaging of drugs or planning local crimes without the risk of being spotted by the neighbors. Well, in March 2025, the Punjab government launched an aggressive campaign called Youth Nasha Virudh, War Against Drugs. A key development was the use of bulldozers to demolish illegal houses built by smugglers on the Panchayat or Becharag lands. Notable actions in villages like Khanpur Jalandhar and Morkala Bathinda sent a clear message that abandoned or encroached upon land would no longer be a sanctuary for the drug trade. Well, this situation also led to the growth of community vigilantism. In districts like Bathinda, the failure of authorities to secure empty villages led to Nasha Roko committees. In late 2025, villagers began marking houses of alleged peddlers with black paint and slogans like Ithe Chitta Vikda hai, heroin is sold here. highlighting the desperate social resistance to the crime culture festering in deserted hamlets. There's also a recent development which signifies Dalit assertion and land reclamation. The status of Becharag lands has recently transitioned from passive estates to flashpoints of social justice. To this is the example of reclamation of Beed Eswa. Dalit laborers, mobilized under Zameen Prapti Sankarsh Committee, claimed possession of 927 acres of Becharag land in Beed Eswa Sagrur. The protesters renamed the site Begumpura, the city without sorrow, invoking the vision of Bhagat Ravidas for a classless and casteless society. To challenge the Becharag, that is without lamp, status, laborers lit traditional oil lamps on the reclaimed land, symbolizing a refusal to allow the land to remain a silent, absentee asset. Another attempt of the government to revive the Becharag villages was a landmark policy that was to move the barbed wire fencing closer to the zero line, reclaiming 20,000 acres of restricted land and potentially reversing the Becharag status of 212 villages. Now, let's understand the social and cultural impact the Becharag villages has had on the population of Punjab. First is economic concentration managed by power of attorney holders, and these lands fuel a remittance economy where wealth is often diverted away from local rural upliftment. The second is Dalit land rights. Despite comprising 31% of Punjab's population, Dalits own less than 3.5% of land. Reclaiming Becharag estates is seen as a path towards correcting the inequality. The third is vulnerability of heritage. Ancient Havelis and community wills are crumbling without maintenance, leading to a severing of roots for the Punjabi diaspora. People may not discuss Becharag villages quite often, but they have a profound impact on Punjab's social, economic, political, and cultural landscape. And in order to revive Punjab's economy, to revive Punjab's culture, and to pull it back from the clutches of drug abuse, I think we need to talk more about bringing prosperity back to Becharag villages. Thank you.